Hello, hello, welcome once again. This is Dr. Feel Good Inside Out Talk Time. Always is something so good for you. You're welcome. As usual, we start by enjoying who is there. Oh, welcome. Thanks for joining. Can we just dance a bit while waiting for the others? Thanks. You never let it so. It will never, never exist. Ooh. Oh, yes. Thanks, Dinah. Thanks for watching. Thanks, my dear. It never exist, oh. It will never exist, oh. Thanks for watching. You. God, oh. Are you people enjoying the records? Thanks so much for joining. Glory, thanks for watching. Oh, do not lie. It never exists. Oh, oh, oh. Florence, coucou, ça va? Je suis en poste aujourd'hui. Existe. Lord, oh. You never exist. Hello. Wow. Never exist. Wow, thank you all. Thank you all. Once again, you're welcome to Dr. Feel Good Inside Out Talk Time. And this is yet another Saturday, 4 p.m. And as usual, you're not going to regret your time spent here. Soyez la bienvenue à vous tous. Ici, c'est Dr. Feel Good Inside Out qui me dit sentir de mieux de dedans à dehors. Et c'est encore un autre samedi et on aura des choses à partager. Et comme d'habitude, vous n'allez pas quitter ces plateformes aujourd'hui à la même parce que ce moment de joie, de rire, c'est pour ça que à Feel Good Inside Out, on commence toujours par une petite danse. Donc aujourd'hui, le sujet est très, très pertinent. On va parler de la peur. La peur, comment gérer la peur. Donc, soyez confortables et restez connectés Invitez les amis. Et Florence, invite les amis. Merci beaucoup depuis France. Merci beaucoup, Florence. Invite. Invite people, Glory, Diana, and all those who are watching. Like, share. We need people to join today. You know, most people are suffering out there because of too much fear. They are not capable enough to confront their fears. And that's what I want to talk about today. So you're all welcome. You're all welcome. I love you all. And it's always a privilege to have you on this platform every Saturday at 4 p.m. So let's just get into the topic, and we're talking about fear today. You know, fear is one of the most powerful emotions. It's natural. It's natural. We all have a little bit of fear in us. But the fear, it depends. Some people are afraid of something while others, it means nothing to them. And it can affect us, even affect our health, affect our mind, affect our way of thinking, our mindset. So it's a very, very important issue to discuss about today, because some people get stuck in their fear. You know, they can't move forward because that fear is there. It causes a barrier. It's like a barrier for them to succeed in life. Yeah, so they try to see there are situations they can avoid, you know, so that they won't get into that fearful situation. No, 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 no. So today we are going to talk about this fear. And if you in particular have a particular fear, don't be shy. Just mention it and we discuss it and we talk about it. We are here together to learn from each other, to help one another and see how all of us can feel good inside out. That's the main goal of this program, Feel Good Inside Out, bringing out the best version of you. But the best version of you can only come out if you accept that there is a problem and you're looking for a solution. So, les amis francophones, encore bienvenue. Aujourd'hui, on va parler de la peur. Et la peur, c'est une émotion naturelle que tout le monde a. Tout le monde sent la peur, mais la différence est qu'on a peur de différentes choses. Et la façon qu'on réagit à cette peur-là est aussi très différente. Donc, quand vous savez que j'ai peur de ceci, tu fais souvent tout pour éviter ces situations. Et on va parler aujourd'hui parce que la peur en lui-même n'est pas mauvais, la peur est bonne, parce que quand on a peur, notre organisme sécrète un certain hormone qu'on appelle l'adrénaline, qui nous pousse à prendre faire une réponse rapide, rapide et très souvent juste. Donc, la peur est bien. Quand on va aller faire composer un examen, on a peur. Il y a des gens, même pour entrer dans un ascenseur, ils ont peur. Il y a l'escalier roulant, qu'on vient d'avoir ça dans notre supermarché, ici à Douala. Il y a des gens en montant, ils ont peur. Et les gens ont peur de différentes choses. Les gens ont même peur même de parler aux autres. Les gens ont peur de confronter les autres. C'est ça la peur. La peur, c'est de ça qu'on parle aujourd'hui. C'est un élément qu'on ne peut pas échapper, mais on peut seulement apprendre comment les gérer. C'est un peu comme le jour qu'on avait parlé du stress. Et ce que c'est le stress et comment les gérer. La peur n'est pas trop loin de là. La peur et l'anxiété, c'est les choses aussi qui nous détruisent beaucoup. Et quand on réussit à les gérer, on réussira mieux dans notre vie. Donc, c'est ça, c'est ça. Today, as you all, thanks for joining, Larissa. Thanks for joining all those who are just joining us. This is Dr. Feel Good Inside Out Talk Time, Saturday show, and we are here to talk about fear, the fear of the unknown. Some people are just afraid of everything. You know, oh, if this happens, oh, I'm afraid I cannot do this. Oh, I can. Remember, fear, first of all, is not of God. If you have too much fear in you, you need to pray hard and harder and harder, you know, and ask God for courage to confront some of these fears. Because if you don't confront it, believe me, your life will have problems. You'll have too many difficulties in life that you'll not be able to handle. The worst of it is that people are afraid of failure. You know, fear to fail. Here, most people believe that if you don't fail, you can never succeed in life, because failure is just a means of learning how to do things in a much better way. So if you are that type of person who is who thinks, no, I don't want to fail. I always want to pass or win in everything I do. It's not correct. It's not correct. We need to accept that we can fail. We can fail in life. And that fail, we shouldn't embrace it like failure. We should embrace it as an opportunity to do better, to know better, to know better. So that's it. That's what we are talking about today. And today we are going to see some few ways you can do to a bit conquer this stress or fight this failure. I mean, this fear in you. This fear in you is very, very important. Because remember that when you let this fear go on for long, it becomes now like something chronic in you. It's like their whole life. There are some people, even when you just call their name, Vivian, they panic. It's like they're always expecting something bad, you know, that is going to, oh, either this person is going to shout at me, or if I talk to this person is going to snub me, or if I meet my boss is going to shout at me. You know, they have this fear, this constant fear. And the fear goes really bad when you're working with a boss who stresses you all the time. If your boss is that type of stressful one, or your dad or your mom, that those type of parents who don't give you breathing space, you know, anytime you hear their footstep or you see them coming, that fear comes in. And how do you know you're afraid? You start having your heartbeat increases. Papa, 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 you know, it starts palpitating, beating so fast, and you start sweating. Some people sweat on their palms, some is even the forehead. And you know, oh, this is serious. What's making me sweat? You enter an examination room, and the next thing you realize, you start sweating. Then at times you feel as if, no, you need to go and urinate now, or you have problem with your stomach, you need to rush to the toilet. Those are all signs of fear. You are afraid of something, the fear of the unknown. You don't even know if something bad is going to happen or not. You are just scared. You are scared. It happens. It happens. Let me see thumbs up if you're one of those who've had this type of feeling or sensation. I am one of those. I can tell you it happens to me. Even till now, it does happen. It's a natural emotion. So we cannot pretend that we don't fear. No. But now, how do you handle this stress? That is our point today. That's our point. Donc, comme je disais, la peur là vient dans n'importe quelle situation. Il y a des choses qui font peur aux autres et aux autres, ça ne les fait pas peur. Et quand on a peur, on peut avoir peur d'un examen, on peut avoir peur de notre patron, surtout quand tu as un patron qui est trop stressant, un patron qui te fait souvent croire que tu n'es rien. Tu vois, dès que tu vois le patron arrive ou bien dès qu'il te dit même bonjour, tu sens déjà le cœur commence à taper fort, fort, à battre. Parce que quand le cœur commence à battre fort, on commence à transpirer, parfois même jusqu'aux paumes des mains, on transpire au niveau des aisselles, on se voit déjà transpirer, on sent que la peur est là, la peur est là. Et le problème, ce n'est pas la peur, parce que c'est normal d'avoir peur, mais c'est quand cette peur-là devient chronique, devient exagéré, c'est très dangereux. Parce que les hormones qui sont sécrétées, qu'on appelle l'adrénaline, quand on est peur, cette hormone, quand c'est trop dans notre organisme, ça fait transférer tu vois, le cœur peut arriver à un stade où ça commence à avoir ce qu'on appelle en médecine les arythmies. Donc, ça bat au lieu de faire tout, ça fait tout. Tu vois, de n'importe quelle façon. Et là, ça gêne un peu le fonctionnement normal du cœur qui est de chasser le sang vers le corps. Et tu commences à voir quelqu'un te dire, oh, j'ai eu un problème cardiaque, un arrêt cardiaque, il est mort parce que... Vous voyez un peu. Donc, c'est quelque chose, c'est un sujet assez sérieux et assez important qu'on doit parler aujourd'hui. On doit parler aujourd'hui. Oui, 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 je ne vois pas vos commentaires, je ne vois pas beaucoup. Oui, Florence, tu dis que ça t'arrive souvent. C'est normal, ça arrive, ça arrive, ça arrive. Ça arrive, ma soeur, ça arrive très souvent. Et nous tous là, attends, je regarde un peu dans le watch party si quelqu'un est en train de commenter là-bas parce que moi, je ne vois pas maintenant comme ça. Je ne vois pas. Non, 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 non. Oh, je ne vois pas un peu ce que ça donne ici. Oui, 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 merci, merci pour les salutations, merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. Euh, une minute, on voit un peu qu'est-ce qui arrive ici. En tout cas, on va continuer, on va continuer. On va continuer. Maintenant, on va parler comment gérer ces stress, comment les gérer, comment les gérer. S'il vous plaît, partagez, partagez. Je ne sais pas comment partager chez moi ici, je ne sais pas. Il y a des gens qui me regardent souvent sur ma page ordinaire et souvent j'ai fait le watch party, mais là, je ne sais pas, Facebook, c'est comme s'ils ont changé toute leur façon de faire. Partager avec un groupe, share with a group, copy link. Non, je ne vois pas, je ne vois pas. Ok, en tout cas, on continue. Oui. Donc, comment gérer ces stress-là? Qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire? Je vais vous dire un petit secret. Un petit secret. Quand on est trop stressé, quand on voit qu'on est stressé, peut-être tu dois aller voir quelqu'un, confronter quelqu'un, ou bien tu veux aller dans une salle d'examen ou n'importe quoi. Et tu commences à sentir ton cœur qui bat déjà très fort. La première chose qu'il faut faire, il faut faire des respirations profondes. Donc tu inspires profondément et tu chasses l'air. Voyez un peu, vous faites, quand vous inspirez, mettez votre main sur votre abdomen pour voir comment l'air est en train de gonfler votre don. Ça montre que l'air est en train d'entrer dans tes poumons. Parce que quand ça entre, ça pousse le diaphragme et on voit comment l'abdomen sort. Donc, on prend l'air avec les narines et on les chasse avec la bouche. Donc, on fait comme ça, on fait même 3 fois, 4 fois. On va sentir comment le battement cardiaque va commencer à baisser lui-même. Ça va commencer à baisser, à baisser, à baisser. So one of the things you have to do when you're stressed up, in fact, if it just happens that you find yourself in a situation where you are full of fear, and you hear your heartbeat starts increasing, the simplest way you can regularize your heartbeat, you can get it down to normal, is to take in deep breath. Taking deep breath 3 to 5 times, depends on you. When you feel that your heartbeat is fine, you take in deep breath in, take it with your nostrils and push it out with your mouth. You need to feel your abdomen, swelling up. It's not your chest coming out like that. No, you take it and you stand and you take it. If you have been doing this all the time, you realize that you can even hold your breath for some time. You can take it in, you block it. Then you push it out. When you do that, then you realize your heart rate starts going down, down, and then you start gaining back your confidence. You start gaining back your confidence, and you can confront whoever is in front of you. Yes, exactement. On m'avait parlé de contrôler la respiration quand souvent on a peur. C'est ça, c'est ça. Quand on a peur, la respiration, c'est la première chose qu'il faut apprendre à faire. C'est ce qu'il faut faire pour calmer le battement cardiaque, pour te calmer même. Tu vas voir que quand tu fais comme ça, même transpirer beaucoup, même la transpiration aussi va commencer à baisser. Donc, c'est très, très important qu'on fait comme ça. Donc, voilà la toute première chose. First thing you need to do the breathing exercise. Anytime you find yourself in a situation where you get frightened, you get, afraid of everything, you just have to do it that way. The next thing is, I'll recommend you take some time out for yourself. If you feel that, I'm feeling a bit, nervous, and just walk out a bit. Walk out or change the environment for some few minutes. It's going to help you a lot. Distraction, you get yourself distracted by one thing or another, or just find yourself watching something, or just take up your head and, let me just admire nature, let me admire the wonders of God. Look right, try to distract yourself, to take your mind off that thing that makes you feel so frightened. You try to take it off and walk around, spend some time with alone, whether you are meditating or you're just thinking, try to think about something else. Don't think about that particular thing that is making you so much afraid. It's so funny because what some people look at it and, this is scary. Some other person is normal. Some other person is normal. The other day I was watching I think it was Americans Got Talent or something like that, and there was this gymnastic that those boys were doing. A man and a woman or two women. It was so frightful. In fact, they'll spin like that, and then he lets go of that lady's hand, and then he'll turn and catch her with his legs. It was so scary. I mean, some people sitting in that hall can even have a heart attack on behalf of some other people. Oh. Some other people are doing whatever they are doing, and some other person is scared. It's normal. It's a normal reaction. We can feel like that. We can feel like that. Oh, Kiara says so true to know. So true, my dear, so true. So when you get into that stage, just first do your breathing exercises, take in those deep breaths, and when you see that it's not helping, walk out of that place. Just walk around, distract yourself, look at other things, try to start concentrating or focusing on something else, and you realize that this is going to work out well for you. So that's it. And then the next thing you need to do is face your fears. In fact, this is even the most powerful thing to do. What you are afraid of, try to do it all the time. Try to do it all the time. It's just that this is Facebook Live, and there's no way. If it was Zoom, I could have shared you people a video of myself, and I titled that video "Overcoming Fear." I've never been so frightened in my life. We went on this trip where we went on this trip to Hawaii, and one of the activities that the company proposed for us is to go. We had a series of activities to select from, and me ignorantly I selected scuba diving without knowing what scuba diving is all about. I didn't know what it was all about. I decided to enroll for that activity. And now went for the activity. We had to leave the hotel very early in the morning, about 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m., because we had to get by the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, you know, in a particular time, so that we can get on the boat that will take us to the right in the heart of the ocean, and we are going to dive. Are you getting my point? Diving how? I am from a region where we don't even have water. I don't even know how to swim. How on earth did I go and choose scuba diving? Because I wasn't really conscious what it was all about, and I was just so excited to go out for an activity. And I remember very well when we got to the side of the ocean to get on the boat. As we got onto the boat, they started sharing these shoes that looks like fish, the fish shoes. And when I took it, I was only black. I was only black amongst, like, we're at least 20. I was only black. And then I turned and asked one white lady near me, I say, what are these shoes meant for? He says for the scuba diving. I said, you mean what we are going to do is what I see on movies, people entering the water with those fish-like shoes like that? And she said, yes. I'm like, God of heaven, I am finished. Who sent me here? And we continued, and when we got, remember, that was Pacific Ocean. I'm talking here, Hawaii, that we're in Hawaii. And we had to drive right to the ocean. And when we got to the center of the ocean, anyway, deep in the ocean, really deep, people were already dressing up and wearing that swimsuit, that thing that they make like that. They wear glasses, and you have this pipe where you have to take oxygen from. How people have seen, if you know what I'm talking about, just tell me you know those scuba divers, what they're all about, what it means. Yes, Kara, you are laughing. It's good to laugh because I've never been so scared my whole life. And now I dressed up also, I didn't want to look like a real fool or mugu amongst them. And I dressed up and I was happy. Deep in me, there was so much fear. And by the time the boat stopped, those white guys and ladies, they were just jumping, jumping, jumping. And this guy who was who was in charge, he looked at me. I was not alone. I was one Japanese lady. The lady too said she's not getting on that water. I said, me too, I'm not going there. And then the man is like, there's nothing difficult. You already have swimming suits on. You cannot drown. This thing is to permit you float. Ask myself, floating where? Pacific Ocean. If something happens to me here, it's not even the Atlantic Ocean where I can know I'm near my country. If I die in this place or I drown, I said, no, I'm not getting on this water. And then at one point I thought, I said, but Vivian, don't you say you are there to motivate people, you inspire people? What will you tell people that you went right to where the action is taking place and you ran away and you got scared? I said, no way, no way, I'm going to go on it. And then I put on that thing, covered my face. Now the man is like, come on, come on. It's okay. You're going down the stairs, and then I'll let go of your hands. I'll tell you how to do. We went in there. I went down. I was the water. I was in the water. And then he says, just let go your legs. Let it be floating. And then I let go. I realized I was floating. But he still had his hands on me. He was on the board and he held me, far, like, a distance. And the moment that man let go, let loose my hand, Jesus Christ, I had a heartbeat. I don't know whether my heart was beating at 200. Normal heartbeat is between, 80, 75, 80, per minute. At that point, I thought my heart was beating like 200 times per minute. I could feel my heart virtually vibrating in my thorax. And I made signs like that. The man came down and caught my hand and brought me back on the boat. He said, you know what? Just take a deep breath. You can do it. I say, yes, I will do it. I must do it. I will do it. He said, can we try again? I said, let's try. I said, let's try again. He took me down again. And now we said, okay, he will hold me and I will stay in that position, try to put my head in the water. You know, those scuba divers, they're in there, they want to see all the beautiful things that are beneath the ocean. So I put my head down and I could see beautiful corals. I saw colorful fish. As I got a bit carried away by this, all what I was seeing, that this guy let go my hand. And I'm like, I was enjoying it. Then I realized that he's not holding me again. And I started, making my hands like this. He came again and caught me. And then I told myself deep in me, that Vivian, you just did it. I just did it. So because I lose my focus, I got scared. Meanwhile, if I stayed focused, I would have just continued enjoying like my white counterparts. And I very well remember this Italian lady came to me and said, Vivian, you can do this thing. I am going to help you. You're going to get back into the water and we are going to do it. And now I went and this guy had to even attach a tube on me to psychologically calm me down, let me know that the tube is there, I cannot drown. So he gave me, that lady, the Italian lady held my hand. And before I realized it, me and her were all far away from the boat. I have a video of that which I titled Overcoming Fear. And I could enjoy the corals, I could enjoy the beautiful fishes, and we turned around everything and we came back on the boat. And when I got back to the hotel, I told my husband, I've done today what Napoleon left undone. And from that day, nothing frightens me because every day I tell myself, what else can frighten me the way that scuba diving did to me that day? That's it. That's it. So overcoming fear is something very serious, and that's why I decided to talk about fear today. Because when we learn to overcome fear, there are a lot of things we can achieve. We can achieve because most of us don't achieve what we're supposed to achieve because of fear. Because of fear. Donc, tout à l'heure, j'ai donné une brève histoire. Je vais juste résumer une histoire, ce qui m'est arrivé. Wow, kudos to you, overcoming fear. What a great experience. Thank you, Kiara. Thank you, Ernestine. Thank you all. Oh, Gordon, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. All those who joined, who just joined. Dr. Beatrice, thanks for joining. Asakia, thanks for joining. Mabusi Smith, all those who just joined, welcome again. This is Dr. Feel Good Inside Out Talk Time. And today we're talking about fear, handling fear, overcoming fear. So now we're just giving some few points. I've already explained what fear is all about, the generalities of this whole thing. And we're talking the ways that you can do. I've talked about breathing, taking deep breath, to slow down your heart rate. And then now take the time out, just stroll out. If you feel, that fear is just coming, walk out, get yourself distracted with something or one thing or another. And I said, face your fears. And j'étais en train de dire une petite histoire. On était à Hawaï. Hawaï, et il y avait des activités que les gens devaient faire. Et moi, j'ai choisi l'activité je ne sais pas comment on appelle ça en français, mais c'est que les gens portent les chaussures comme les poissons là. On ferme tout et il y a l'oxygène qui passe là. On entre dans l'océan pour voir un peu les poissons, les coraux et tout ça. Et moi, j'ai choisi cette activité sans savoir vraiment que c'était ça. Je ne sais pas comment ma main a accroché ça. Et le jour qu'on partait, j'étais la seule noire. Il y avait au moins 18 blancs. Sur ça, je me demandais, où est-ce que je pars comme ça? Et on nous a amenés jusqu'au l'océan Pacifique. Et maintenant, un bateau nous a pris, on nous a partagé les chaussures là et les habits à s'habiller. Et c'est là où j'ai demandé à une femme à côté de moi. J'ai dit, mais tout ça, c'est pour faire quoi? Elle dit, mais on est en train de partir pour scuba diving. J'ai dit, mais scuba diving, c'est quoi? C'est là où je me rappelle, je ne suis pas trop quelqu'un qui regarde beaucoup de films, je ne suis pas trop quelqu'un pour télé. Donc, c'est là où c'est revenu dans ma tête, mais ça veut dire que ce que je vois rarement quand même dans que les gens, donc il va les pieds, il fait comme ça dans l'eau. Elle me dit que oui. J'ai dit que je suis cuit. Si je meurs ici à l'océan Pacifique, comment on va trouver mon corps au Cameroun? Ça va arriver. Ça veut dire que même mes enfants ne vont pas voir même. Je dis que non. L'affaire, si moi, je ne peux pas faire. Moi, je ne peux pas faire. Je pars maintenant. On arrive au centre de la mer. Je vois l'eau. Je ne vois aucun mais rien. Tout est bleu de tous les côtés. Et je vois comment les gens là, ils sautent dans l'eau, ils commencent à nager, à faire ce qu'il fait là. Ils commencent à nager et faire ce qu'il fait là. Et, excusez-moi un peu. Bon, quelqu'un me dérange là, je ne sais pas. Mhm. Il commence à faire ce qu'on est en train de faire là. Et moi, j'ai dit, je ne peux plus entrer. Mais après, j'ai dit, si je n'entre pas, je vais rentrer au Cameroun, dit quoi? N'est-ce pas? C'est moi qui parle d'inspirer les gens, motiver les gens. Et toi-même, tu as la peur. Non, il faut prêcher par exemple. Je décide maintenant de m'habiller aussi et je dis, je vais entrer dans l'eau là. Et le gars qui était notre guide, il dit, non, madame, je vais arrêter tes mains, tu vas entrer doucement, tu vas flotter avec tout ce que tu as porté là. Tu ne peux pas comment on dit, sombrer. Ça suffit seulement que tu mets ta face dans l'eau et tu vas voir tous les poissons et les beaux corals et tu vas oublier. Et moi, je suis entrée, il a tenu ma main et il me dit, la première fois, dès qu'il a lâché ma main, j'ai crié. Il m'a encore pris. Après, il me dit, bon, regarde, focalise-toi sur ce que tu vois au fond de la mer. Je commence à regarder au fond de la mer, c'est tellement beau. Ce que vous voyez dans les National Geography ou bien dans les films, c'est vraiment réel. Il y a des poissons de toutes couleurs. Dieu là est merveilleux. Il a fait de ces couleurs de poissons, de coria, des animaux, dont j'ai regardé et puis ça m'intéressait. Et tout de suite, c'est venu dans ma tête que, hey, tu es où comme ça? Tu peux mourir ici, tu peux. Et c'est là où je constate qu'à vrai dire, je suis dans l'océan. J'écris encore et puis le gars là vient, lui-même, il vient et il me prend. Et puis, il y a une femme italienne qui est venue. Il me dit, tu sais, Viviane, tu ne peux pas te noyer. Je vais tenir ta main. On a quitté l'hôtel loin pour venir ici. C'est pour profiter de ça. Il faut que tu vis ça aussi. Il faut qu'on voit. C'est comme ça. Parce que là, mon cœur battait peut-être à 200 fois par. Je pouvais faire une arythmie cardiaque, un arrêt cardiaque comme ça à cause de la peur. Parce que quand on a trop peur, notre organisme produit un hormone qu'on appelle l'adrénaline. Et quand l'adrénaline est trop, ça donne les arythmies cardiaques. Et quand le cœur commence à battre n'importe comment, tu risques de faire un arrêt cardiaque comme ça. Et c'est comme ça que cette femme a tenu ma main. On a mis un tuyau sur moi pour psychologiquement me rassurer que je ne peux pas me noyer. Et je vous dis, j'ai passé un temps formidable. Et ça, c'est l'une des temps les plus mémorables dans ma vie. J'ai admiré tout ce que Dieu a créé sous la mer et c'était tellement beau. Et j'ai nommé ces petites vidéos que j'ai fait Overcoming Fear, dépasser affronter la peur, ou comment on peut dire ça, comme Florence dit. Oui, donc c'est ça, donc c'est ça. Donc la peur, c'est quelque chose, il faut accepter de les confronter. That some of you, you are even scared of, you are scared of, you know, people have phobias. People have phobias. I used to be one of those that if the bathroom is so small, I will not want to enter inside because it's as if I will suffocate. It's as if this thing is too tiny. Me, I'm big. What type of small toilet, you know, restroom? No, 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 no. But now I finally overcome that because when you're afraid of something, use it all the time. Do it all the time. You know, somebody is afraid of me to enter the lift. We had this friend in Gabon who was so scared to enter an airplane. He said, I cannot enter an airplane. No, 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 I cannot, I cannot. One day I told her, you know something, you need to do. If you don't do it once, then you will never do it. Are you going to spend your whole life only staying here in Gabon? You won't go anywhere else. I said, you need to take that bold step. So learn to face your fears. That's one way of overcoming fear, handling your fear. Face it. Think about it. Today, after this program, think about the things that makes you feel frightened. Those things that you don't want. You try to keep away from it because you are scared of it. Think about those things and tell yourself today that you will confront those fears. You will get to it. You will want to do it. You want to do it. There are so many things. There are people even to even cross the road. They are so scared. They are afraid to cross the road. Try doing it. Get somebody to accompany you. You try to cross the road one, two times, and before you realize it, you're doing it already. You're doing it already. So that's very important. Can you just like, love, share, motivate me by sharing the video, liking the video? Let me know we are together. Let me see some comments here. La peur nous fait avoir comme what did she write? Sorry, I don't know why. Comme une boule au ventre. That's very true. At times you feel like something has held your stomach like that, and it's like you cannot breathe, right? Yes, yes, you are very correct. Exactement, on m'avait parlé de contrôler la respiration. Yeah, that's it. We talked about the breathing. I'm just trying to look at some comments. Solomon says, no, Siakia says, overcoming fear. Yeah, we need to overcome fear. Kiara, you keep laughing. Okay, Ernestine. When people are laughing like that, Florence, one day you will tell me your own stories. Yeah, it was a really great experience. Very, very great experience. And I'm so proud I did it. I'm so proud I finally did. Oh, Rachel. Oh, you're alive. Yeah. Oh, Blanche, mommy, you're darling. Thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Yeah, so that's it. That's the third thing we need to do. Remember, first, breathe, taking deep breathing. Second, just take time out, stroll out, distract yourself from that thing that frightens you. And then thirdly, confront it, face that fear and say, fear, I'm here. I'm not going. Even you, boss, who scares me, I want to boss me all the time. You know what? I'm not afraid of you. You didn't create me. You didn't create me. We're all created by God. So you're not more than me. I respect you, but I'm not afraid of you. We shouldn't mix these two things. There's respect and there's fear. You respect your boss, but don't be afraid of him. See the one give you the air to breathe. No. Even if he pays you and puts food on your table, that doesn't give him the right to trample on you all the time. No, 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 no. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. Yeah, it shouldn't be like that. So the fourth thing you have to do is what I did. You remember, I always teach people from my experience, right? The fourth thing you need to do is just imagine the worst. Imagine the worst. I've just said it that the cardiac arrhythmia, that the irregular heartbeats can cause your heart to stop. So imagine if you tell yourself, I keep being afraid like this all the time, and I develop that irregular heartbeat and I die. What will happen to my children? What will happen to my family? What if somebody has to beat that corpse and say, what made you to die? You say, because I was afraid of this and I had this serious heartbeat. No, from that day at on that Pacific Ocean, I told myself I'm not going to let fear take me again to this level. I could have died there. I could have died. I remember that day the activity my husband chose was to go to the volcanoes, on the those islands in Hawaii there. And I was like, Lord, I've just called him and say, oh, your wife just passed. You know, why? Because of fear. Was that fear supposed to kill me? No, it wasn't. So at times, just try to think about the worst. Now, if anything wants to frighten me, I ask myself that, do I want to go through what I went through in that place? No. And when I came back with hotel, even my blood pressure went up. I was so scared. I've never been so frightened my whole life. So learn to think of the worst things that can happen and let that one console you so that you will not be afraid. Are you getting the point? Are you getting the point? Yes. Donc l'autre chose que j'ai dit aussi, c'est que il faut imaginer le pire. Il faut imaginer le pire. Si ça fait comme ça et je meurs, je vais dire que quoi? Que c'est à cause de ces petites choses que j'ai trouvé la mort. Depuis le jour de là sur l'océan Pacifique, je me suis dit, j'allais mourir là-bas et les gens peut-être n'allaient pas voir même mon corps. Parce que si je me noie là, on ne peut pas transférer le corps là, arriver au Cameroun, ça va être gâté. On peut peut-être devait m'enterrer là-bas si on voyait même mon corps, mon cadavre. Donc, c'est pour dire quoi? Pour dire que il faut supporter. Il y a des choses que tu dois te dire, on doit faire, on doit faire. Donc, comme d'habitude, on va passer, on a encore 4 points à parler. Mais avant que je parle de ces 4 choses, on va passer d'abord pour la détente. Feel good inside out. It's time for us to feel good inside out. These are moments that some of you really enjoy. I enjoy it too. And that's why I'm going to play another old record that I played before, but I'll still play it today. I always play it. I love him. I love this guy, Frank Edwards. I love him and his music. So we are going to dance. Put on your dancing shoe. I want to see the dancing moves. I want to see the styles. I want to see it. And let's go. Okay. We'll be right back in 5 minutes. Let's dance. Nyafu, nyafu. Nyafu, nyafu. On a regular, nyafu, nyafu. On a regular, nyafu, nyafu. Nyafu, nyafu. Nyafu, nyafu. Nyafu, nyafu. Nyafu, nyafu. Hey, oh yes. Five. Oh, did you enjoy that? It stopped so abruptly. Yes, again, you're all welcome to Dr. Feel Good Inside Out Talk Time. You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, thanks for joining. I thank you, people. In fact, I don't take it for granted for people to forgo their Saturday to sit and listen to me talk. I am so honored. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you all for joining. All those who just joined us, thanks for joining. And now we continue. We continue. We are talking on some ways to handle this fear. Some ways to handle this fear. We've already looked into, I think, 3 or 4 different ways. Breathing, deep breath. Secondly, take time out, just walk out. Thirdly, confront that fear, confront the fear. And fourthly, imagine the worst. Imagine the worst. So now we have to talk again about what else can you do. At times, it's good to talk to somebody about it. Talk to someone about it. If there's something that you are so scared of, most often is fear of failure. That's one of the main things that disturbs us. Oh, I want to be, I'm afraid, I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how this person is going to take it. Oh, whenever I approach her, I feel my heart is as if the way she will respond. There's that fear, that fear. Take time, talk to this person, talk to somebody. You have a lot of love lovable people around you. Though it's not to everybody that you talk your things, that's true. They say it's difficult to trust man. Trust God and not trust man. So talk about it. Yeah, firstly, you start talking about it to God. First to God. You talk about it to God, and God for sure will give you that peace that surpasses all understanding. He'll give it to you to calm you down. You can also talk to a fellow man. You can talk to your spouse. You can talk to your kids. You can talk to, you know, there should be somebody in your life that you can open up to. There should be somebody in your life that you can open up to. Your children, ideal. My children, they are my mentors. There's nothing I do without asking them if this thing I want to do, what do they think about it? Oh, I'm afraid about this one. What do you think? My husband, oh, he's always there to give me his own point of view. We need to talk to. There are some people who are too much introvert. They keep everything in there and it's boiling and cooking them up, and it just increases they fear to more serious situation, stress comes in, anxiety, all those, and then now it start affecting their health from their head to their toes. No, 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 no. Talk about it to someone. Somebody can help you. There may be something you're afraid of me just because you don't know how to use that thing. You don't know how to approach. You don't know the preliminaries you need to do before getting there. It's only somebody who can tell you. That's why the best teachers are people who teach from their experience. The person who wrote the book, right, wrote his experience and what he thinks about it. You have your own way of thinking about it. And so you have your own way of going about it, which is very, very, very important. So you need to talk about it, take time, talk about it to somebody, to a loved one, explain the situation and all what you're going through. Talk about it, and everybody, you realize you'll be happy with it. You'll be happy with the response you have. But as I say, be careful to who you talk to. Be careful. Start by talking to your God. Talk to God. He is there. He's ever present. He's by us. But we need to create that personal relationship with him to be able to hear him. And when they say hear me, not that he's going to speak and you hear the way I'm talking to you. Some people can hear him like that. But others, you can just send somebody to come and talk to you about that thing that has been worrying you. You didn't open up and somebody just brings it as a topic and start talking about it. Then you know it's God who is talking to me, who has sent this person to talk to me. Are you getting my point? So it's very, very important. Now, what else? What else can we do? We need to go back. Let's do things the right way first of all. Go back to basics. There are some people when they get there, this fear thing to overcome their own fear, they get soaked into alcohol. They think drinking or smoking or womanizing or jumping left and right will take away that fear from them. It's a lie. It's a lie. If you are already afraid of this failure, it's not why you go and take 6 bottles of beer that the next day you go for the interview, you are going to make it there. No, no, no. They'll still not take you for that job. You are instead making things worse. You are making things worse. Do the things that you know they're right. They tell you live a healthy lifestyle. Eat well, eat balanced, eat healthy. We all know. Drink a lot of water. We all know. Try to sleep. Get enough rest. We all know. Do exercises. So those basic things. Do you know that just by doing the exercises or meditating or being alone, you have a solution to how to overcome that thing that you're afraid of? That thing that to you it's a big thing, but you'll be shocked that God may lead to you some person who had the similar fear and had overcome that fear, who can give you an advice, and when you realize it, you've already gone through that path. Remember, we have so much in store for us. So much. So long as we are here on earth, it's very clear that our destiny, we need to achieve it to get to where God created us to get to. And the only way you can get to that point is to learn to overcome fear. For those of you who are Christians, the book of Joshua, God told Joshua, fear not, have courage. How many times? So many times. So it's not something new. It's not just happening to us or to you or to me. It happens to everybody. Everybody. But you need somebody to tap you at the back and say, fear not, be courageous. You can do it. Others have done it. Why not you? That's exactly what that Italian woman did to me on the Pacific Ocean. He said, Vivian, you can do it. You've just done it. Just because you took off your eye from the focus and you remember that you are in the ocean, you got scared. We are in it. I'm holding your hand. I will not let you go until we do this ride together. And she held my hand. And before I realized it, I was enjoying what I was seeing. The corals, the fish, the colorful different type of fishes. And before I could realize it, we're back towards the boat. I got on the boat and I gave myself a reward. That's the next point. When you do something that you are afraid of and you finally did it, give yourself a reward. You know, I like lizards. Lizards, when they walk, they stop and then they nod their head. It's like they are rewarding themselves. They are like praising themselves. Oh, well done, you did it. There are different ways you can reward yourself. Different ways. When I'm happy, when I do something that I was scared before, or I think I couldn't do it, and I do it. Oh, when I can, I don't take alcohol. I don't take bed. With what we do in our business, I have the bits and peaches, which is so sweet and nice. I just need to chill it, and then I drink it. It's like I can finish a liter, and I'm like, Vivian, well done, like a lizard. I nod my head. Learn to reward yourself. Learn to reward yourself. If you overcome any fear, reward yourself. Tell yourself you have done it. And because you have done it, you will still do it. And no other thing will make you feel so frightened that you will not be able to confront it. So remember, reward yourself. Reward yourself. Failure is always the right way to success. If you don't fail in life, then you can hardly succeed in life. Most successful people will tell you what they've gone through in life. They've gone through stages. They've gone through different types of failures. It may not just be academic failure. It may be some social failure. It may be some spiritual failure. I mean, some people say, I know I'd backslided, but when I came back to Christ, the whole thing changed. So it's always like there's always something. There's always something. Remember, we're talking about fear today. If you are still with me, let me see likes, love, share, like, love, share. Let me know you are still with me. You are still on Dr. Feel Good Inside Out Talk Time. And we are here today to see how we can handle those fearful situations in our life. Donc, pour vous, les francophones qui me suivez, j'étais en train de dire que l'autre façon qu'on peut surmonter la peur, c'est de parler de ça. Parler de ça aux autres, les proches, surtout les gens que tu penses qu'ils t'aiment. Bien sûr, tu ne peux pas t'ouvrir et parler à tout le monde, non, mais la première personne, il faut d'abord parler à Dieu. Prie sur ça, et le Seigneur va te donner la paix. Cette peur qui dépasse tout entendement. Mais bien sûr, tu peux aussi parler aux hommes, les hommes que tu sont proches. Ça dépend, ça peut être tes enfants, ça peut être ton époux, ton épouse, ça peut être un ami proche, mais parle à quelqu'un et tu peux être surpris, comme je dis là, quand tu pries, hein, on dit Dieu a répondu. Dieu peut-être n'a pas répondu en parlant comme je parle là, mais Dieu peut envoyer quelqu'un vers toi qui a eu ces mêmes situations de peur et qui a réussi à surmonter ça, qui a réussi à traverser ça. Et le conseil que cette personne va te donner va t'aider pour traverser cette peur. Est-ce que vous me comprenez? Vous me comprenez? Est-ce que vous comprenez? Ah, people are not commenting. I'm not seeing your comments. So I'm not seeing your comments. People should comment. Oh, fear. Okay, Gordon says fear is often described as false evidence appearing real. That's very true. False evidence. Remember, it's false evidence. So there are things you think is there, meanwhile it's not there. It's like a shadow. Eh? You're just scared of a shadow. If you walk through that shadow, will that shadow bite you or kill you? No. Thanks God for that definition of fear. Yes. False evidence appearing real. Yeah, and the phrase "do not be afraid" appears in the Bible 365 times. 300, that's daily reminder from God to live every day being fearless. There you go. Oh boy, you're preaching. You're preaching. Eh? I didn't want to come deep like that, but we decided to go deep. Let's in. So if you have 365, the word fear inside the Bible, it means every day. When you get to think about the fear of that day, that no, cross the fear of that day. You have no fear for that day. That's it. Thank you so much for that contribution. That was a very powerful contribution. Pablo Latino. Oh, this is my wonderful friend. Pablo, there are some of you that I really want to appreciate a lot. These are some people who believed in my dream from the first day, and they've been following me. Pablo, are you in Spain or in Argentina? Something like that. Yeah, connected. Yes, good afternoon, my lovely and happy doctor. Afternoon. C'est ça même, ma grandson. Enjoy yourself, doctor. Thank you so much, Pablo. Thank you. Thanks to all of you. You are so many who are always there. Who are always there. Yes, Yolan all the way from UK. Venus. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Karin. Wow, my dear sister, thanks for joining all the way from Houston. Oh, what a nice day. Ernestine says super. Vraiment super, ma fille, vraiment super. We need to overcome this fear. There is so much we can achieve in life if we learn to overcome our fears and put it by the side. You know what? Donc, ce que j'étais en train de dire encore, c'est que il faut te féliciter chaque fois que tu réussis à dépasser la peur. Dépasser. Quand j'ai fait quelque chose que j'avais un peu peur, maintenant, je n'ai pas trop peur. D'ailleurs, je ne suis pas peur, si c'est de l'homme, je ne suis pas peur d'un être humain. Je me suis dit, Dieu nous a créés tous. Quelqu'un ne me dé... Tu peux me dépasser dans l'intelligence, dans autre chose, mais je suis aussi une créature du Dieu et un droit sur cette terre. D'accord, je peux te respecter pour qui tu es, mais je n'ai pas peur de toi. Je n'ai pas peur, même si tu es président, je n'ai pas peur de toi. Et il y a des situations, bien sûr, c'est parce que je n'ai pas la peur, non. Il y a toujours un petit peur. Mais chaque fois que la peur vient et je réussis dans ce que je vais faire, je me félicite comme le lézard fait. Quand il marche, il s'arrête, il fait sa tête. C'est comme s'il s'est dit, ah, bon travail, bien fait. Tu vois, il tape sa tête et il continue. Nous-mêmes, on a besoin de ça. On a besoin de ça. Et c'est pour ça qu'on dit, c'est normal de te parler toi-même. Il y a des choses que je fais après moi-même. Je suis seule comme je suis là maintenant. Et je dis, well done, Viviane. You made it. You did it. Even after the show, whenever I finish, I clap my hand. I say, another day for feel good is gone. You've done it. You know, appreciate yourself. In the course of appreciating yourself, you realize that most of those fear things will start going, will start living on their own. So reward yourself. And then, comme je disais, can't you applaudis? Sorry, I'm just mixing the French and English. I don't even know which one. And I think that's what makes my show a bit unique. I've tried that. Let me do only English. I see that it wouldn't work. Let me do only French. It wouldn't work because my audience is mixed. And let me just be mixing like that. Just stay put. At least I'll speak your language. You'll hear one thing. The important thing is to go home with something that will help you bring out the best version of you, which is feel good inside our slogan, bringing out the best version of you. And ce que j'étais en train de dire, c'est je parle anglais, je parle français, je mélange parfois, c'est pas grave. Ça, c'est ce qui est unique avec Feel Good Inside Out. On mélange les deux langues et on avance. Et comme un Lisa, félicite-toi tout le temps. Félicite-toi. Oh, bien fait, tu as bien fait et ça donne et ça passe. Donc, moi, quand j'ai fait quelque chose de très bien, j'ai une de nos boissons, le cœur d'Aloïs, je mets ça glacé, je bois. Je sens comment ça descend là, je sens comment mon cœur baisse. Donc, ça ne sert à rien d'aller te noyer. Des choses que tu sais que tu aimes. Peut-être tu aimes un repas particulier. Tu dis, oh, c'est ça que je vais manger aujourd'hui. Ou tu aimes le poisson braisé comme moi. Ah, il faut un bon braisé aujourd'hui. Donc, c'est tout ça, toutes ces choses qu'il faut faire pour te donner les rewards, tu vois. Et je disais aussi qu'il faut rentrer aux élémentaires, les choses de base qui est quoi? Le bien-être. Est-ce que tu continues à faire manger, essayer de manger sain, manger équilibré, boire beaucoup d'eau, essayer de dormir bien et normalement, essayer de faire un peu de sport, toutes les choses qui vont faire que tu te sois un peu détendu. Et quand tu es détendu comme ça, tu vas voir maintenant que même le cœur là va se calmer et va s'adapter et va aussi se détendre. Nous sommes là, donc la peur, c'est quelque chose de très fréquent, très commun, et tout ce qui est là, ça dépend comment chacun répond à ça. Comment chacun répond à ça. Les stress, les gens sont stressés par différentes choses, mais comment on réagit vis-à-vis ces stress, c'est très important. Please, more comments, more comments. Okay, we can also overcome fear by unconditionally trusting God no matter the circumstances. Exactly. Thank you so much, Venus, for that comment. Trust God and nothing else. That's why I say when the fear is there, first thing you do, you pray first. And if you pray, you'll be shocked how much peace God can just put in your heart. You know, that is the main way to overcome stress. That's it. But for those who still don't know God, they don't know that they need to do that, they hang on the other things. But we encourage you. There's no way you can have that peace of mind than in God, in Christ Jesus. There's no way out. You need to get there. You need to get there. And you'll be shocked that I know people who say they know God and everything, but the fear is still there at its highest level. And you ask them, so you didn't entrust everything in the hands of God? They say, cast your fears onto me. Cast it all your burdens, and I'll give you rest. That's what the word of God tells us. So we just have to keep doing that, and we'll see that things are going to change. I am anchoring today from Yaoundé. We are in the heart of a marriage ceremony, and I said, no way, I can't forgo my feel good inside out. I just had to jump, get back quick 1 hour with you. It's normally 1 hour, and we are now 1 hour, exactly 1 hour. But feel good. We never live like that without dancing a bit. Let's see how we can shake it a bit, and see how we can close this session for today. If you have any questions, any other way you think we can improve on fear, managing our fear, handling our fear, let's know. Today I had a whole problem with the watch party people. I don't know if they finally got in or they didn't. Whichever way they did, the important thing is that we are here, and they can always go back and watch it. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. So let's ready. Let's dance. We dance this last week. Woo! We made it. We made it. We've done it. Woo! Never. Woo! Ebube, ebube, ebube. Woo! Ebube. Woo! Ebube. Oh, yes. I love you all so much. Thanks for being there. Ebube. Woo! Ebube. 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 Woo! Ebube. Oh, wonderful. That was wonderful. That was wonderful. My dancers, I don't know. I'm not seeing your comment and your dancing moves as you normal. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Germaine, are you there? Thank you so much for my bracelet. You see, she did a bracelet for me. Feel good inside out. Are you seeing the letters? Yeah, feel good, you know, inside out. Wow. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup, Germaine. Merci beaucoup pour mon bracelet. Feel good is there. We dance over our fears. Yes, yes. Yola, let's dance over our fears. Those fears must go. Must go. Thank you, people, so much for joining. I need to call it off today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Dr. Feel Good Inside Out Talk Time. See you again next Saturday, same time, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Central Africa time. Thanks, merci beaucoup pour avoir passé ce temps avec moi. Rendez-vous samedi prochain au Dr. Feel Good Inside Out Talk Time. Rendez-vous samedi prochain, 16 h, l'heure d'Afrique centrale. Je vous aime bien, mais Dieu vous aime plus. Bye bye.